Hello and welcome to the Slingshot Channel. This is about Skallagrim's meme, how to end an opponent rightly by throwing a sword pommel like this one at your opponent. While it actually does hurt if someone hits you with a steel ball like this one. Ouch. Even though I'm a pathetic thrower. Anyway, Skallagrim had serious doubts if that would be effective in a fight. And he has his points. It's really a bit serious in the middle of a sword fight to say, hold on a moment, because I have to unscrew my pommel, and then just a little longer, and then throw it at him. And I agree with Skallagrim that this is not a good strategy, even though he found it in a veritable book with lots of other useful tips. Since I love making memes real, I've been thinking about, is it possible to integrate a launcher, a pommel launcher, into a sword handle? I think it is. Meet the homemade pommel launching orc sword. Whoops. Let me show you its features. As you see, the sword is made from real massive 12mm steel plates. It is basically full tang, but I had to mount on the blade with screws since I am no blacksmith. And the entire firing mechanism is built into the handle. So this is actually the pommel, and yes, you can still unscrew it. Should you prefer the manual version to end someone rightly? And okay. And as you see, there's this little notch down here, and this is actually where the trigger sear mechanism cuts in. And you load this in, and it's solely guided by the spring. The spring, of course, is fixed to the handle. And now you have to press it in to cock it. And the way how you do it is take it like this, okay, and you push in until it locks in place. And now it's ready to go. Of course, it is a bit scary to handle this sword, because many times during fighting, this will be directed towards your family jewels. And there is a certain kind of danger, and I thought about adding a safety pin. That would be easy enough. Just drill a hole through here and do a pin. But that is not in line with the no safety precaution rule of this channel. So you can basically just use it for fighting, and it actually will hold in place properly, because this is steel on steel mechanism. And at any time, if you want to, you can turn it around like that, and then direct it towards your opponent, take careful aim, and fire. Alright, alternative loading method. Works. Now we try to shoot at these tiles, see if we can destroy them. We sure can. Next, champagne bottle. Victory! Is this a good sword? No. Of course, it's awful steel, and it's way too heavy. It's just like every time I try to make a sword, I make an orc sword. Maybe I'm just an orcish guy. I don't know. Therefore, I think this is good for killing elves and hobbits, but nothing else. Is this deadly? Well, I don't think so. It just lacks power. And yes, I could use a stronger spring. This spring is actually from a break barrel air gun, and there are stronger springs available. But I don't really think that then you can cock it in a comfortable manner. So I think this is more like a gimmick and not a serious weapon. But of course, I could replace the pommel with something pointy, and then maybe that's a game changer. So here is Spiky Pommel. It's also a lot lighter. So I can simply remove the original one. Okay. That. Throw it at my opponent for good measure. And then use the pointy one and mount it on. And now I have a fairly lethal projectile, I think. Okay. Whee! Whoa! It actually split a piece of the wood off. Not bad. Let's test how it flies. Not bad. A little bit skywards. Wow, that is pretty clean. Not bad. Can this still be used as a sword even when the thing is in? I think it can, although it is kind of dangerous and feels funny. Let's try it. Alright, that wasn't a problem. Go for one more. It did shoot it against me. Ooh, that wasn't pleasant. Actually, it was only a glancing blow, therefore it's okay, it's not so bad. But don't do this at home. Actually, the hit was so hard that it bent my sword and I have to bend it back into shape, which isn't really a problem. It's structural steel. Yeah, all ship shape again. Is this a serious weapon? Well, I'm not sure if it can really kill an armored opponent. I actually have serious doubts that it can. But of course you can use it for distraction. I think it will distract you if something like this comes flying towards you unexpectedly. And also I have to say that I just proved that it is possible to build one of these, and I actually used stuff that by 1430 was already invented. They had invented the coil spring, and of course any blacksmith could have made a sword like this. One more meme that came true. I love it when that happens. And actually, if Skallagrim wants it, I'll send it to him. You just have to send me an email or something. I've sent stuff to him before, and this time I'll make sure to package it rightly. So I hope you liked this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye bye.